Welcome to our bonus edition of the Friday Night Frenzy alongside Mike Cleff. I'm Ross Bolin, and we are less than 12 hours away from the start of regional basketball throughout the state of Indiana, and we have 5 area teams that remain alive in the chase for a state championship.
Awesome stuff. Central Catholic, Delphi, Pioneer, Frankfort, and West Lafayette will play in respective regional games tomorrow morning. We start with West Lafayette Red Devils. I spoke with Coach Wood this week and asked him about the Hoosier Conference, which still has 4 teams chasing the ultimate dream.
Well, I'm really proud of the fact that 4 Hoosier Conference teams have won the sectional. The most we could get through are 5, and so we're excited about that. I'm excited about Delphi and CC and Tipton. They're very, very good basketball teams, and so you know, I think it shows that we did play a quality schedule. We played quality teams in our league. There were other quality teams in our league that didn't win the sectional, and so we're again proud of them, and hopefully we can all advance.
All right, sticking in Class 3A for the second consecutive season, Frankfort will play Edgewood at noon at the Class 3A Greencastle Regional.
The Hot Dogs won last year's meeting 50-48 in overtime, but that was then and this is now. Frankfort comes into play tomorrow at noon with a 20-4 record and loads of confidence. I spent time with the Hot Dogs today and talked with Dakota Isgrig, Christian Smith, Isaac Rudd, and Coach Weeks about facing the Mustangs in a win-or-go-home game for the second year in a row.
Definitely going to be a lot of familiarity considering it's the same matchup and the same game. But, I mean, we both lost players. We both got some new guys coming up. So really it's going to be a different ball game. It just happens to be the same teams facing each other.
They lost 5 seniors, I think, last year, and they're kind of young. So as we did play them last year, they have a lot of new players playing for them this year.
We just got to do what we have to do. I mean, we come through, rebound, box out, don't give them offensive boards, and play our game, and we'll be fine.
Well, I don't think there's a lot of secrets in having played last year. We kind of know each other's personnel, each other's styles a little bit. So I think it's going to determine who is going to play harder, who's going to do it better that day.
Moving on to Class 2A, Delphi will be making their first regional appearance since the 03-04 season. Coach Lewis and company will face Tipton on the Blue Devils' home floor.
Well, on paper, it looks like a tough matchup for the Oracles. They have lost the last 10 meetings between the two schools, including earlier this year when Tipton won by 2 points at Delphi. But as the old saying goes, that's why they play the game. Delphi is looking forward to the challenge of stealing a victory in a tough environment.
We played over there a few years ago, and they had a great student section. We actually got up to a good start, and their student section got into the game, and we got down after that.
It's going to be the biggest game that we've played as a program and us as kids, and we really got to keep our composure. We can't go in there scared. We just got to have confidence. I mean, if we just play the way we have all year, I mean, I think we'll be all right. I just think handling the atmosphere is going to be the biggest thing, just to make sure we come out focused and poised.
If you're a competitor, you want to play the best, and you know, right now they're number 2, I think, in the polls for 2A, so it's a great opportunity for us to go play at their place. It should be a great environment. It should be a lot of fun.
As for Class A, we start with the Pioneer Panthers. Pioneer will be playing in its 4th consecutive regional game, but the Panthers have a lot of unfinished business.
The Panthers have never won a regional championship. We have to go way back to 1963 when the Royal Center Bulldogs won a regional title. Mike, what year were you born again?
1964.
A youngster when the Bulldogs won. As for the Panthers, they feel like this is as good a time as ever to win their first, and will have to knock off a very athletic Gary 21st Century team to do so.
Well, they're obviously going to be a lot more athletic and quicker than we are, so we're going to have to play smarter and move the ball around. We're not going to come out here and win by 20, so we're going to have to play smart.
This is the first year we've actually had a really good shot of competing with everyone, and we know that we can match up with everyone.
We've made 4 trips in a row to Triton, and you know, hopefully it'll be a situation where our guys won't have the butterflies too bad, and you know, they've been here and done that, and I really think we've played our best basketball here the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, and I thought we really played pretty solid in the sectional last week. So yeah, we feel like we're playing well at the right time.
And last but certainly not least, Central Catholic faces #1 ranked Rockville in game #2 of the Class 1A Frankfort Regional tomorrow morning. Rockville enters the game with a perfect 25-0 record. They are led by 6'7" senior Lane Mahurin.
He wears jersey number 1 for a reason. This season, Mahurin is averaging 19 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 block shots per game.
Pretty good.
Pretty good, yes. The Knights understand if they hope to play in their first regional title game since 2009, containing Mahurin will be the key.
We've got to contain him first and foremost. If he goes, like I said, if he goes for 25 points, 12 boards, we probably don't have much of a shot. So we're going to have to contain him, just try to do a good job of helping inside when we have the opportunity and make sure he has to take a tough shot when he gets it.
When he gets in the post, we're going to have at least 2 people on him, just back away from some of their other role players and just get down on him and just make sure he doesn't hurt us too bad and just make sure to keep the role players in check and not let anyone go out for a big game.
So he's 6'7", he can go over any guy on our team and stuff, but I mean, if we have good help defense and we're out on the other guys who can pass to, I think we'll be able to contain him pretty well. We don't have one like outstanding guy like they do like Mahurin, but I mean we have a bunch of solid players, starters and on the bench. We just need to come out focused and sharp and ready to execute what we want to do.
More on the Knights coming up in the fourth quarter of the show. Switching gears to regional gymnastics taking place tonight at Lafayette Jeff. That's Miranda Schroll of Lafayette Jeff competing on the beam. And then it is her teammate, the Lady Broncos' Hannah Lezak, showing some nice agility on the beam. Lezak finished 15th in the event. And then the Harrison Raiders also taking part in this event as Georgia Lawler, shown right there in the orange and blue uniform, finishing off her rotation on the beam. It was a big night for Logansport as the Berries. Emily Pomasol with the nice routine on the floor exercise. Pomasol finished 4th in this event, 2nd in the all-around, and here are some of the results, I should say. Team-wise, Logansport finishes 1st, followed by New Palestine in 2nd. Franklin Central finished 3rd, Noblesville was 4th, Lafayette Jeff ended up 5th, and Harrison was 6th. The Berries, Kelly Platt finished 1st in the all-around. Well, don't go anywhere. We still have more to get to on tonight's show. We switch gears next as the Purdue men's and women's basketball teams both have important games tomorrow.
It's senior day for the men. DJ Bird and Drew Anthrop will play in what could be their final game at Mackey Arena. Plus, the Purdue